What's up, soil brothers and soil sisters? So y'all, have you heard the bird's the word? Yeah. So, we have some cold weather coming through the south. I mean, cold weather. It is dangerously cold weather. So, what we need to do is prepare our plants to survive this frigid cold air. 24 degrees. Yeah. 24 degrees in Savannah. But tonight it'll be 30 degrees, and tomorrow night 24. That is very, very dangerous for our tropical plants, and we're gonna take y'all along and show y'all how we protect our tropical plants, because this is what we do. We signed up for this, so we're ready for it. So what I'm doing now is, man, these burlap sacks were like a huge blessing. Somebody was offering burlap sacks, free burlap, and I got in touch with them, and I went to, it was a little store on the other side of town, and he asked me how much did I need, and I asked him, whatever I could get. Wasn't being picky, I wasn't being greedy or anything. He said, you can have them all, I just want to get rid of them. So we loaded my car up with hundreds, let me show you, of burlap. Put that in the floor. Burlap sacks. Coffee bean bags. Huge. So what I'm doing is I'm cutting them open so that they'll be flat like this and not as heavy, as thick. Because we just wanted to protect. So I wanted to open it up like a blanket so we can lay them over our plants before we put plastic on them, just for extra protection. With the plastic, it could still freeze if it touched the plants or something. So we're just making sure we do all that we can to help our babies survive, because we are subtropical, and our plants are tropical. Some are very tropical. So we're going to take y'all along with us today on our protecting our baby, winterizing our yard. And what's funny is the next 2 nights will be freezing cold, and then it'll be back 64, I think, on Monday. But hey, like I said, we signed up for this, and we promised each other that we would do whatever we have to do to protect our plants. We will put in the extra work, and we'll make sure that they survive our winter.
All right, Soil Fam, here we go. There's gonna be some cold weather coming in tonight. We got to do what we got to do to try to make sure everything makes it through this weather. Now, it's not supposed to last very long, but it don't take very long to kill tropical fruit.
2 days.
Yeah.
2 days, 30 and 24 degree nights.
If y'all heard us talk before, y'all know that we didn't protect our dragon fruit last year.
That was last year.
Yeah, and we took a big hit on them. All right, so we got them going back good. So what we did, we just gathered them all up together right now.
This is Dragon Fruit Alley.
Yeah, but we got them all together so we can actually try to protect them. We got a frost cloth on the top. And as you can see, it's not covering all of it. So what we're gonna do, we got some burlap that was donated to us, and we got a lot of it. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna drape some of the other exposed dragon fruit with the burlap, okay? Then we're gonna try to throw some plastic over it to protect it. So it's not gonna make it warm, but hopefully it'll stop it from getting serious damage to it. So okay, that's covered pretty decent. If you've seen in our other videos, we actually made a greenhouse support system, which is right up underneath this. That's what we're gonna throw the plastic over, and we're gonna pray that everything works out the way it needs to. Of course, we're gonna do follow-up videos to show y'all how this turned out, so maybe you want to try it yourself. We're not gonna have any heat inside here, so all we want to do is stop the frost from laying on it and possibly keep the temperature off it maybe a couple of degrees, so hopefully that'll help. So here we go.
What we did was we covered, we have the frost cloth on most of our dragon fruit, and we have burlap sacks that I cut open on some of it, just so that the cold plastic don't sit directly on top of most of the dragon fruit itself. I don't know if we should have added some lights in here. We'll figure that out real shortly. But we put greenhouse plastic over it. And this is our makeshift greenhouse, which according to the weather will have to come down anyway in about 2 days. So this is dragon fruit alley to get through the winter. And yes, it's cold. So next.
This is what our banana plants look like after just one freeze. This is normal. It happens every year.
All right, y'all. So what we have here is my husband's favorite plant. One of his Cavendish. This is a Cavendish dwarf banana, and it doesn't get much bigger than this. But as you can see, it is being burned up by the cold, and you know it's doing what it do when it's cold outside. So we are not worried about it. We will not protect it. You know, we just pray for all our babies, as always. And as you can see, this plant still has bananas on it, which will be no good. But my husband will chop this thing down, and we will get a bigger and better plant next year.
All right, guys, this is one of our passion fruit vines. As you can see, it's already taken a hit for some of the previous cold weather, which is to be expected. Expecting it to do worse, look worse within the next couple of days, which is no big problem. You know, it'll grow back for us, but as you can see, I mean, the leaves have been demolished. So it comes with the territory. It's to be expected. All we want it to do is to come back next year and do what it needs to do. So let's go check out some other plants.
We still got fruit on this thing. All right, soil fam. So what we have here is another one of our passion fruit vines. We did absolutely nothing to protect it because in the spring we'll cut it back, prune it good, so we can get new growth, more fruit. As you can see, this thing is loaded with fruit. I come out every day and pick up fruit off the ground to make juice or for ice cream. So these plants will probably do perfectly fine in the 24-degree weather. The base of it is pretty healthy, so you know we're not too concerned about it because we're gonna, like I said, we're gonna prune it back. It'll grow back, so we will do nothing but pray for it. Let's move on to the next. So what we have here is my favorite, my Jamaican cherry. We're gonna pray hard for this one. It is super sensitive to cold, and as you can see, it's doing what it do. You know, burn up the leaves and shrivel them up. We did not prune this tree. We just put it in the ground a couple months ago. So what we will do is just leave it be and pray that the cold does not kill it back all the way down. So we'll come back and prune it as soon as the weather is good. So we will leave it just like this, and just, you know, I think it'll be fine, and we'll get new growth and we'll have double the size tree next year. So on to the next. What we have here is our red lady papaya. We just stuck an umbrella over top. She is full of fruit. We just covered the fruit up with burlap sack. It's pretty close to the house, so hopefully it'll catch some of that warmth from the house and everything will do good. Of course, my mint is doing great. It's wintertime, y'all.
These are our mangoes. We protected them in a greenhouse with frost cloth and Christmas lights. If you didn't see how we made these greenhouse, check out the video on that. But this is how they look at night.
Alright, fam. Hopefully we did enough to prepare. And of course, we got way too much to actually cover everything. But we hoping the ones that we did cover survive this whole ordeal that we're about to go through.
Yep, lots of guava that we did not go over, but all we can do is pray. Pray for us, pray for our plants, pray for y'all, because some of y'all get lots and lots of snow. And here we are with 24-degree weather, and we freaked out.
So, I mean, we did cover our in-ground pineapple plot. We took some of the potted pineapple plants indoors and some in the garage.
We have all of our sugar apple, custard apple, all our Anona type of plants that are very tropical. We brought them inside, and
they are in pots for the time being anyway.
So other than that, you know, I think we are pretty well prepared for this. We've been preparing for months, so you know, ideas in our head with the Christmas lights and my husband built the greenhouses, of course, for our smaller mango, which are not used to this type of weather at all, and they are flowering, so that's another thing, you know, trying to see. But
some of the plants that we got, they are hardy up until like 28 degrees. It is just going to be just below that, and we're not protecting those particular plants. So yeah, we hope everything works out.
Because isn't it kind of good to let them feel this type of weather but not suffer through it? So it's like protect them but don't baby them, because this is home and you want them to know that this is not the tropics. So, you know, to comfort them but not baby them so much is the key here.
Yeah. And some of the people that say that you can't grow them in certain weather, have they tried it, or they're just the assumption? So we're gonna see, and you know, that's what we're here for. We're here to learn and to teach. So the more we learn, the more we can teach. And to those who actually live in a climate like ours, you would know whether or not it's a good idea to grow them or do the things we did to protect them.
Yeah.
You know, so we'll see.
Let us know. You know, we love all the tips and tricks and hacks that people offer us. Any kind of advice. You know, what are you doing to protect your plants? And what type of climate do you live in? So
I guess that'll do it, dude. What you think?
I think that'll be it. But of course, we love y'all. We like to thank y'all for watching us along with this other part of our journey. We are doing what it takes to protect our plants and see how we can make it through the first winter here. Right, babe?
They ain't the first for some. But
Yeah.
They ain't the first for a lot of them, but still. Whew. A little nerve-wracking, but we're gonna make it do what it do.
We got this. Y'all stay warm. Stay connected. Don't forget to
like, share, and subscribe. Don't forget to ring that bell so you can get notifications whenever we release new videos.
catch y'all in the next one.
Peace.